Hey guys, so what I just wanted to do today was show you how to fix the blinking red light of death problem that the NES is quite well known for. It won't actually fix all red light problems. Some of these consoles have dirty connectors. There can be all sorts of reasons for it, but one of the more common reasons is that the pins inside the edge connector flatten off over time, so you basically need to open this baby up and tweak those pins so that they actually come and meet the cartridge connector again. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. And also, before I start that, I just want to point out I've hit 100 subscribers, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for your support. You've been really cool, and yeah, here's to another 100 and beyond. So thank you very much guys, and let's get on with it. Okay guys, so here is the NES 72 pin connector, and it's actually upside down. This bit at the top here is where the game cartridges go in. As you can see, it's slightly angled. They go in, and then when it sort of gets pushed down, the pins at the top then make contact with the top pins on the cartridge. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of how to take your NES apart, because there are plenty of guides out there if you're not sure how to do it, but if you've done anything like this before, it's fairly straightforward anyway. It's just a case of taking the screws out. And yeah, like I say, if you do need to know how to do that, then there are plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to do it. Now, what a lot of the problems that people have with their cartridge slot connectors is that either the pins on the inside are dirty, or in this case the pins along the top have flattened down over time, either because, you know, it's had an awful lot of use, or if it's just had a cartridge in there and been put in a loft for a long time, it'll have flattened the pins down on the top level there. So what I'm going to do is show you how to remove the pins from the back, bend them in, give them a bit of a clean for good measure, and then put it back inside the casing. What I'll need for this is just a standard kitchen knife. This one hasn't got a particularly sharp edge, so it's kind of handy, plus it's got a very sharp point at the end, and an eraser. So if I get to work now, I've actually done all the way up to here on this one, and I've just got these few here to go, but as you can see, they're sort of domed over where I've pulled them out and bent them back, but that's fine. It won't affect the operation of the cartridge slot whatsoever. But what I'll do is I'll just put a finger behind this one here, and I'll use the knife to just push down on the small tab at the top, if you can see that, and I'll put it out slightly. You probably won't be able to put it out all the way. You may do, a couple of these did, but now you may be able to see that that one's now protruding slightly, so it will allow me to get my knife, I'll put it this way around, and just slot it behind there like so, and then if I gently turn the knife like this, it'll actually come out. Oh, and then I can remove the entire pin. As I say, for good measure, I'll give it a bit of a clean. So where the point is here, I'll just rub it on my eraser there, just to see if I can get any grime off there that may be stopping things working or contributing to the problem. And then I'm going to take this pin and I'm going to bend it here, not too much, just enough so it's got a bit of an angle on it, and ever so slightly bend the end of the pin as well. But don't go too crazy with that, because if you do, you won't be able to get it back in, and if you force it, it'll bend and it'll be difficult to put back in. So now if I just slot that back in there, you won't be able to see inside because I can't even see it with my naked eye too well unless I've got it right underneath there, underneath the light. But if you basically then just do that for the remainder here, then you should be able to get it working again. And if this doesn't work, then there's a likelihood that it's just the fact that the connectors inside are dirty. Now you can get cleaning kit for the NES that was manufactured way back when. I'm not sure if they make any now. They may well make some like retro suppliers, online store may make them, but yeah, I mean, if you can't track one of those down, then it may be time to get a new 72-pin connector. But I guess this is kind of like, you know, kind of a handy way to fix up your NES if you either don't have the money to get another 72-pin connector, or you just want it working sort of there and then, or you don't really want to bother with buying a new one. Okay, so it really is that simple. If you don't have success with this, then it probably is time, as I say, to buy another 72-pin connector. They're not really that expensive, to be honest, and this is probably just one of those mods that you'd want to do if you just want to get it up and working quickly, or you believe in keeping the console as original as you possibly can, and that's definitely one way to do it. But yeah, I was actually going to mention that the Sega Game Gear repair video is going to take a little bit longer than I thought, because I've had a bit of a family emergency recently. Some of you actually know that. I really appreciate all the kind words as well. It's actually looking pretty good now, so thank you very much for that. The next video I'm actually going to show you how to region modify your NES console so that you can play import games from any country, depending on the type of console you've got, of course. But yeah, that's all I've got for right now, so see you later.